Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Jannard, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I do all things Sims 4, and today I'm gonna switch it up. You guys know I like doing challenges, so I'm gonna challenge myself to give these expansion packs 1 minute each of my time, and I'm gonna rank all 10 expansion packs. And we're gonna do it in 10 minutes, because you know I like my challenges, so I'm gonna challenge myself to give you guys my top 10 in 10 minutes, starting now. All right, 10 minutes. 10 expansion packs. Let's do it. Coming in at number 10 is Living Island. For me, Living Island is one of those packs that I don't normally use. I mean, the cast is cool. I do like that they introduce culture. They do introduce the culture in this pack, and I do like it. But out of all 10 of these, this is probably my ranked number 10 because I don't really use this pack. All right, going into number 9, Eco. Probably could have been number 10, but I will say I do use a lot of the build and buy items in this expansion pack. So Eco definitely ranks number 9. I'm not a huge fan of some of the things where your power turns off or your toilet sets on fire. None of that stuff is really my up to my par, but I do love the build and buy objects. I love the brewing station. The world is but I definitely like some of the build and buy objects, like the brewing station and some of the things that you can do when you're building. All right, number 8. Y'all gonna hate me for this. Cats and dogs. And this is why. The world is beautiful, I get that, but I never go to that world. I usually don't put pets in my gameplay. I am a generational gameplay player, so you would think that I would love this pack, but again, out of all the expansion packs, this is probably my least used expansion pack. All right, coming in at number 7, Get Together. Now, everybody raves about the world, you know, Windenburg or whatever, but for me, I don't go to that world either. And another thing with this pack is the club system. I don't use the club system unless I'm trying to get people in one area, but how often do I need to do that? How often do I need to use the club system? But again, this is a great game and it enhances your gameplay if you get this pack. It's just not for me. And all my build and buy objects though, whole different story. I use the darts, the foosball table, all that good stuff. I definitely would use that. I definitely use the build and buy for a lot of my gameplay and stuff like that. All right, coming in at number 6, we have Snowy Escape. This is the latest expansion pack, and a lot of people, it's a love-or-hate situation. The world is okay. I love any pack that's gonna give me culture, and for me, this pack, Snowy Escape, does give you a little bit of culture, and I love that. I love that it gives you skills. I like the rock climbing. I like the idea that you can go snowboarding and stuff. But does it need to be expansion pack? I don't know. I'm not an expert on what should you call an expansion pack, what should you call a game pack or stuff pack. But I love the build and buy. When I'm building lots, I do find myself using a lot of this pack in my builds. All right, so going in at number 5, we have Get to Work. Now, a lot of people probably will rank Get to Work probably 8, 9, or maybe even 10 in their ranking. But for me, I implement this a lot in my gameplay. Like, I like going to work with my Sims. I know it gets repetitive at times, but what doesn't get repetitive when you're playing a video game? I like being a detective. I like being able to go to work and try to be a doctor. In fact, the doctor career for me is probably one of the hardest careers in game features that it's just, for some reason, it's just hard for me. And this pack also introduces you to aliens. So I don't know, I just like going to work with my Sims, and the cast, the create a Sim stuff is okay. The build and buy, I find myself using every once in a while depending on what type of build I'm trying to use. But overall, I think it's a good pack. Okay, I actually just realized I forgot to start my timer. Actually, I did start my timer. See, I'm on it. I have 4 more minutes and we're good because we're already at number 4. And then coming in at number 4 is Discover University. Now, this is a fun pack. It's hard too for me. You take your Sims to school. You can go to university. They have 2 universities. It's a fun pack. It's hard too. Like, I feel like going to class and trying to study, level up on the debate skill can probably help you study a little bit better. But there's just so much in this pack. The world is okay. I mean, outside of the universities, I don't see myself doing much with this pack. But I do like that this pack starts when you're in, like, your kids are in high school. You can sign up for or get scholarships, or you can apply for a specific college, and then once you're in college you get a degree, and that degree can help enhance your career. I don't know, I just like this pack. I think I should have rated it a little bit higher, but it is in the top 5. And then coming in at number 3 is probably another hated expansion pack, but for me it's one of my favorites. In top 3, coming in at number 3 is Get Famous. For me, Get Famous is like, the world sucks, but let's be real. I love that fame system. I love being able to I like going to work with my Sims. So I love the acting career. I love some of the build and buy objects, depending on the type of home or whatever lot I'm trying to build. I also like that you can do the whole fame thing. You can create your own little Simstagram account or whatever it may be. You can post to it. It just gives a little bit more of a real life scenario to your gameplay, and it enhances a lot, because if you approach a sim who's super famous, you might not have the opportunity to introduce your sim to that famous person, because they might not be on the same level as them. And I kind of like that. It makes the game a little bit more competitive and a little bit harder, because you want to make sure your sim is on a specific level when they're approaching people as well, if they're super famous. All right, so now coming in at number 2 is, of course, City Living. I love the world. I love the culture that this pack brings to the game. And I like the festivals, I like the karaoke bars, the cast. If you're into the cultural element of this pack, the cast is great for that. Build and buy stuff, karaoke, you can have your own karaoke machine or whatever. And if you have Get Famous, it's fun to be able to create this awesome mansion and then throw in like these weird stuff like a karaoke machine and all that stuff. Love this pack. I love the careers. I mean, you can be a freelancer and you can act like you're this big time YouTuber and stuff. It's a really fun pack. And coming in at number 1 is Seasons. And I think it's obvious, but at the same time, I feel like Seasons could have been a base game update. Just like I feel like a couple other of these, like even Island Living could have been a base game update. Who knows? But for me, I think number 1 is definitely Seasons, because you get the calendar. And for me, I love Maisie Grove. That's my jam. And if I can be able to put up a Christmas tree or some type of holiday tree and sing that, put together presents, open presents together, do Thanksgiving dinners, you can utilize the calendar however you want. I just feel like this pack just has so much in it to offer. I mean, like I said, I just love being able to sing that Maisie Grove like in every scenario I can, whether it's singing to the little what do you call those guys that float around and you have to sing to them, and the gnomes. I love the gnome thing. Actually, I hate the gnome. I always want to take the gnome stuff out, but being able to have that stuff, talk to Father Winter, all that good stuff. So yeah, I think in the cast is cool because it introduces you to seasonal clothing and stuff like that. I mean, it's just a great pack. And then for me, I like to be able to utilize the calendar. Like if I want to do a summer vacation, I can go ahead and put that on the calendar. Or if I want reminders, like let's have a birthday party for someone, I can utilize the calendar as well. And jumping back to Discover University, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they also have like a calendar or some type of bulletin where it tells you can set like times where people can, what do you call it? Damn it. It's called something where you can set like when they're supposed to come home. Curfews. There we go. We can set curfews. And I just like stuff like that. Anything that can enhance your gameplay, especially depending on what type of gameplay player you are. Like for me, I'm a generational game player, so it makes more sense for me to incorporate City Living and Seasons and Get Famous and University and just Discover University. So that's why those are like highly up in my top 5. So that's it, guys. That's my ranking for the top 10 expansion packs. And let me know what you guys think, because I know everybody's different. Everybody has have their favorites and stuff like that. So what would be your top 3? Comment in the comment section what's your top 3. And I put this together because I just feel like this is the perfect time, because you know the packs are always 50% off or 30% off, and everybody's trying to figure out what the next pack they want to get. So it's always nice to just see other people's opinion depending on what your style of gameplay is. But anyway, that does it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I guess I will see you when I see you. Peace!